Hey, we are live.
We are live. Hi, it's Suzie, Matt with Suzilla. Where are we, Matt?
We're at Suzie Health Solutions, the full service enrollment center located in Wenatchee.
Washington, in case you were curious, or out of the state.
I don't know. Is there like a Wenatchee, England?
I don't think there's a Wenatchee.
Wenatchee, Peru.
I don't think there's. Well, okay. How many people know where Wenatchee is, even if they live in Washington State?
They should look it up.
They should look it up. Wenatchee. Wenatchee.
Yes.
So I'm Suzie. That's Matt. Hi.
So today we're going to work on a concept. It's actually a very famous line. If a thing is worth doing, it's worth doing badly. And it's by G.K. Chesterton.
See, I've never heard that before. So you're going to have to, is there like a specific...
There's like a big old essay he did on it.
No, I got that. Mm-hmm. Is there a specific definition you'd like to give our audience, or are we just going to jump into explaining?
We are jumping in and doing it because there's a lot of thought behind that. Mm-hmm. For example, you can't get in an hour expedition to the gym to get your workout in, so you do a quick 10-minute workout at home.
Okay.
Because it's worth doing, mm-hmm. But if you can't get that big one in, it's like, oh, I can also get something else.
Get something in.
Yes.
Sort of a stopgap, as it were.
Yes, and that's a good way of looking at it. It's you should be doing more, but you're doing something.
Yeah, and that's not always easy to do, especially if you've been, really, really busy or overwhelmed with life. A good example that sort of puts two ideas together. Mm-hmm. And you've heard about the whole make your bed every morning thing.
No, I haven't.
Well, there's the theory is if you make your it's an army thing. Yeah, every morning you make your bed, right?
Okay.
And it's to set you up to succeed for the rest of the day. You've accomplished something, you're moving forward. Okay? That's the theory.
Okay.
I know you've heard about it.
Yeah, no, not in any army I was in.
Well, okay. Well, maybe it wasn't an army thing, but either way, that's a thing. And if you can go and you can do a complete and utter straighten, pull everything tight in hospital corners and mm-hmm. perfect shiny bounce a quarter off of it level, or you can pull your comforter up and flip the sheets so they're not all bunched up in the middle. That's kind of the same concept. At least you're doing something. It's not perfect, but it's getting it's something.
Yeah.
And perfection is not required in life.
Well, I think we've been kind of conditioned to the soulmate. It's got to be perfect.
Don't get me started on soulmates.
No, but that's a really good example of someone that's striving for something that's worthwhile and ignoring all the other possible good things. Alexa, turn off, please. And in striving for that soulmate concept, mm-hmm. you miss out on a whole lot of perfectly good relationships along the way.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're dismissing people because you don't think they're your quote soulmate, mm-hmm. you are losing opportunities to grow, mm-hmm. to meet new people, to meet new friends. Yeah, you might start off in a full-on, honest to goodness, hot and heavy, relationship, but sometimes it cools down in your friends. And that's okay to have those in your mm-hmm. world. Sometimes you just meet somebody, you have a great time for a while, and then you end up hating them, but then you know what you don't want.
Well, it's kind of like you got a favorite phrase is the practice marriage.
Yeah.
I had to get the practice marriage out of the way.
Yeah, a lot of people I know have practice marriages, including myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if I did... The thing is, I've never been a big proponent of the whole soulmate thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, okay. What happened with me is I don't know, I was young. I thought I was doing it right. I wasn't. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I moved on. I learned lessons from it and moved on. Mm-hmm. I'm not recommending everyone has a practice marriage. If I'd been smart, it would have just been a practice relationship, but you live with it. But because I had that experience, I knew what I didn't want, and I met Matt, and now we're happily I guess you could say happily ever after.
Well, the question would be,
Yeah.
you know, if you didn't go through that practice, would you have even have met me as an adult?
Depends on whether or not you think we were fated.
Because we ended up, it was one of those friends of our friends. Oh, here you're going through a bad time. Let's take you to a convention, and you encountered
Go
me.
meet new things. Yeah, it's possible.
So,
but again, we said many times that we were fated to encounter each other because we hit and run. How many times in our lives before we actually connected?
Dozens.
Exactly. Don't know if we would have. We probably would have. Maybe not as early as we did. And then we did a little test run that didn't work out so good and came back together. Maybe we wouldn't have done the test run.
Who knows? But it's one of those things that's kind of, you know, you don't know the path not taken.
No, you never do, and then that's okay. You don't need to worry about that.
But it's that doing something.
Yeah.
Because I know that there's a lot of folks that are feeling fatigue or like, oh, I don't, you know, I don't want to, you know, do a, you know, a meal unless it's absolutely perfect for my kids or my kid's birthday. And we've seen people like that.
Yeah, and
they're just killing themselves for it.
Yeah, and they're going into debt and they're killing themselves and
the weddings.
Oh my Lord, the weddings! What you can do with it? You can go $40,000-$50,000 in debt and you can buy a house, have a down payment for a house for some of these weddings prices.
Yeah, and it's nuts because we really approached our wedding with this concept.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go into huge debt.
Mm-mm.
We borrowed. It was your mom's clubhouse.
Yeah,
she was place she was living.
Yeah, she had a little clubhouse that she had access to, so we borrowed that. A friend of ours did the ceremony. Our mothers cooked. Both our mothers cooked. My mom put together the cake, which consisted of a stack of Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
A friend of ours made my dress. We bought flowers at the local grocery store, and it was lovely.
Yeah, and we're still going strong 19 years later.
Yeah, it'll be 19 years in August.
Yeah.
So no big deal.
But that's a great.
The thing is, maybe it wasn't perfection to somebody, but it was perfection for me. It was what I wanted, you know. But I say it many times, especially when someone's signing something on a digital platform. Perfection is not required. Because you can't sign your name the way you want to with your finger on a digital pad.
No, it doesn't look right.
No, it never feels right. Perfection is not required.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice to get the digital signatures that look correct.
Yeah, mine just went right into mine's devolved into a squiggle.
Yeah.
But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's my life, not yours.
And some of that, I think, stems from appreciation.
Okay, elucidate.
Appreciation is one of those things that you know you get some joy over what's going on, the situation at hand.
Okay.
The famous line my parents fed me as a kid was, you know, appreciate what you're eating because there's starving kids in Africa.
Yeah, we all had that.
But it's we were told that, but it's like, did we feel that?
Oh no.
And that's the important thing of this concept, is being able to get to that appreciation.
Yeah. Yeah. And that leads back to, I've talked about gratitude many times. It's very similar. Mm-hmm. Appreciating what's happening to you, around you, with you.
Gratitude is a little bit outwards.
Yeah,
you're reflecting. Appreciation is kind of self-reflective.
It's a little. You're right. It's a little more self-reflective. Now I think about that for a second.
Yeah, I know. Words are tough.
Words are hard. I can get a T-shirt that says "Words are hard."
Yeah, you can.
I can. I know where to find it.
But yeah, we've got this weird quest of, you know, everything being, you know, I want to
Pinterest perfect.
Pinterest perfect.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And we've really don't live that way.
No, and honestly, we're a lot happier because we don't. Well, you know what this is? Pinterest Perfect is the old, keeping up with the Joneses.
There's some of that.
And that's the whole trying to look good for the neighbors. And that's why you get up to your eyeballs in debt with, $40,000 boats that you never use.
The champagne dreams on a beer budget.
There you go. You gotta. It's tempting to spend everything that you make, but it's important to stay within your means. Otherwise, you're just gonna have. It's just not going to work so good. And then going back to our original topic is you don't have to, and if you don't do the perfect thing, don't feel bad. Just do something.
Well, yeah, you got to appreciate. That's where the appreciation comes in.
Appreciate what you did do. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate what other people did.